Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are fine. So for today we have a question of asteroid collision. So what the problem statement? So we have given the asteroids, which travels in the space. So there is a given array which contains the number of asteroids, and every asteroid may have there must be have a value. So in the array there are some positive numbers and there are some negative numbers. The number which are positive, that denotes the those asteroids which are moving in rightward direction, while the negative number shows those asteroids which are moving in left direction. And their absolute value denotes their size or their weight. So uh, when they will move uh, one another, so their collision will be happen. Like if there is a positive asteroid and there is a negative asteroid, and they will just move in their direction, so they will collide. And in those case we have to check what if the collision happen. So there are three cases. First case is if a collision happen between a large size asteroid and a small size asteroid, so whichever will be the larger asteroid will be survive, and the smaller asteroid will get destroyed. So here let's suppose an example, there is a -3 asteroid and a +4 asteroid. If they collide, +4 asteroid will remain as it is, +4 asteroid, and -3 will be destroyed. Same for the vice versa case. And now second, if they are equal in, means there are +7 and -7 number of asteroid. So in this case they both will get destroyed after the collision. And there is another case, if the asteroids are just positive or just negative, means they will be moved in the same direction and there no collision will be happen. So these are the three cases which we have to remember for further question. So how do we solve this problem? So let's analyze what data structure we need. For the approach, what I can think is that we will be storing the positive asteroids or a negative asteroid in our some data structure, and whenever will be the negative asteroid will encounter for the positive asteroid, if we store positive asteroid in our data structure, and whenever a negative asteroid encounters, there must be a first collision will happen. Then we will be comparing the top or the front element of our data structure, and whichever will be the smaller will get destroyed or popped out from the stack, or if it is not available in stack, means it's the negative value. So we will just simply ignore that value and move forward in our array. So that's how what I can think of. So for this I think that stack is the very good data structure that we can use, or maybe we can use a vector or a list for our storing the values. So let's take a small example and understand how this collision and this question will be completed. So we are taking the example of 4, 7, -7, 17, 15 and -16 value. So in case like firstly we will taking a stack data structure, and now if for the positive values we are putting them in our stack, and when the negative will encounter we will compare what are the different cases. So as it first value is our 4, so we will simply push back in our stack. Next value is 7, so we will again push back in our stack. Now next value is -7, so here the -7 encounters, that's our first element, that a negative element, and we will be comparing the absolute value. Of course we will not comparing the -7 value, although we will be comparing the absolute value of -7, that's 7. So 7 and 7 are equal. So in this case, we will pop out our 7 from our stack and move forward from -7, and move our pointer from -7 to their next element. And that's the first case that will be discussing. And now moving from -7 to next element, that is 17. Simply push back 17. Next element is 15. Simply push back again. And the next element is -16. So here again -16 is the case. So here -16 is larger, while 15 is smaller, our top element is smaller than our next element, and in this case we will, our pointer will be strict to -16, and our stack's top element will be popped out, means 15 will be popped out and -16 element will be stay as it is. And now again comparing our top element, that is 17. So in this case 17 is larger, so we will ignore -16 and push 17 in our stack. Now after that, now our array goes end, so we will be returning, but what we will be returning, so from stack we will get 17 and 4, but it is not the correct order of our values that we want. So final state of our after collision will be the reverse order of our stack. We have to reverse the elements and then we have to return those elements. And in the case of vector, we will simply return because there is no need of reversal, and we will simply get 4 and 17 as it is in our answer. So they are the some cases, and there is another one edge case. For that I will be just changing the example with the value of 4, 17, 15, -18 and -19. So in this case, for our initial value, 4 will be pushed back in a 4 will be pushed in our stack, then 17 will be pushed in our stack, then 15 will be pushed in our stack. Now next element is -18. So in this case, -18 encounters our first negative element encounters, and now we will be checking our top element with our first negative element. So in this case 15 will be popped out, and again comparing the top element, 17 will be popped out, and in the end 4 will be popped out. So what next? So we doesn't know that our element that is next after -18 is which element, either it is maybe a positive or maybe a negative, so we cannot ignore it, and that's the first case where we will be pushing a negative element in our stack. Means we will be pushing -18 in our stack because stack will get empty, and we have to go on the next element and compare it with our current element. So firstly -18 will be pushed in our stack, and now our pointer moves to -19. So again, because it is the negative value, we will compare our top element with our -19 element, that's the current array element, and because it is a negative element we will simply push back in our array. And if it may be also a case that if it is the positive element, suppose it will be a positive of 19, then we will be just comparing, and on the basis of whichever will be the largest will survive and pushed in our stack, and after that we will be reversing our stack and returning the answer. And if we have taken the data structure as vector or list, so we will simply return that answer. So this is the approach that we will be applying. So coming on the pseudocode. So for pseudocode, for our pseudocode, our first loop will be run from 0 to n-1, and that is the only loop that will be run. And in this, we will be comparing if our current element is greater than 0, means it's the positive element, then we will simply push back it in our vector or in our stack according to our data structure. So let's take a stack, and for the better approach we should take the list, but this is the topic of stack, so I'm taking this stack. So we have pushed the positive element in our stack. Now moving forward, we will check else condition where it is a negative element and first negative element encounters. So in this case we will be checking a loop. What will be the loop? If our stack is empty, and there must be a condition that our stack's back element should be greater than 0, means if any element is present in our stack, so we will be comparing that element. So our stack's back element should be greater than 0, means it must be a positive element, and stack's back element should be less than our absolute of array of I, means our negative element's absolute value must be greater than our stack's top element. If it is the case, means our negative element is larger, and we have to pop out our stack's element. So we will pop out our stack's element, and after and After this we will move forward. And now again checking a condition. If our stack is empty and stack's element is equal to the absolute value of array of I, means our both elements are equal, and in this case we have to move forward as well as we have to pop out our top element of our stack. So we will do that in our condition, and just pop out our element. And if it is not the case, then what will be the case? In the end we will be checking our stack is empty, and this is the only case where negative element will be put out, because we have already compared there is no top element, there is no element in our stack, and our pointer of array of I is on a negative value. So in this case we will push back array of I, and that will be our negative first value that we will encounter. And in the end we will be returning the reverse of our stack, and for the list we will simply return the list. So that's how we will able to do this question. And coming upon the time complexity, so for this question, for the first loop we will be encountering from 0 to n minus 1, so their time complexity will be big O of n. And for the loop again where we will be comparing the elements and checking if our stack's back element is greater than 0, or our elements, when we compare those elements, so there will be a case that maximum we will be checking for big O of n element. If there will be a case of where all the elements are put in our stack and there is the value that is last in our array is a negative value, so there must be a case when our complexity will be reached to big O of n. So that's how big O of n for this, and total big O of n plus big O f is big O of 2n. So that's the time complexity. And for space complexity we will be using extra space of big O of n either for the vector or for the stack. So this is the question that we solved today, and hope we will complete stack and queue by end of our November. And thank you.